school basketball. Mark Carboneau along with Mary Michael Fusco tonight on Channel 15 for the Division I semifinal game between Rutland High School and Middlebury Union this evening. It's the Tigers here in town at Keefe Gymnasium. Between the, we'll get the starting lineups right now. We'll keep it right here.
Please feel free to cheer for your team. Remember that a ticket is a privilege to observe the contest and support high school sports. Thank you and enjoy the game. Now for tonight's starting lines. First two visitors from Middlebury.
He's probably doing it for. He's doing it for one of the parents. One of the parents. Well, I might show up on 15 also.
At guard, senior number 12, Samantha Lucier. At forward, senior number 15, Katie Hoxie. At forward, junior number 31, Jill McDonald. At guard, junior number 32, Claire Green.
All right, we're ready to roll here. It's the Raiders and the Tiger this evening here at Keefe Gymnasium. Get on the air a little bit late here. We'll set up the scenario. The Raiders coming in, the number 1 seed at 19-2. They defeated Burlington back on Tuesday night, 41-27. The Tigers came in 12-9, the 8th seed, and they defeated Brattleboro on Tuesday night, 57-34. The winner goes on to meet the winner of the BFA St. Albans Spalding game, and that'll be played tomorrow. The Raiders looking to get back to UVM for a second time, as they are the defending Division 1 champions. Here we go. Ladder route. Brianne White skips it across to Sullivan, over to Casella. White with the ball, over to Casella now. Ladder roots, jumpers, good. Didn't take Carson long. It's 2-0 Raiders, and with the 7:38 remaining in the opening quarter. Tigers back to the attack. We'll set the offense for them. Back out. That's number 10, Ariane Bora. Want to go down low, try to go down low to Hoxie, and the Raiders control. Goes to Latteroot. White in the lane, skips it out to Casella. Liza Sullivan. Latteroot. Short on that one, and it's going to be a Raider basketball, as it was tipped out of bounds by the Tigers. .6:58 left, first quarter of play here. 2-0, Raiders on top is Brianne White looking for help. Goes to Leonard. Momentarily knocked away there. It is controlled by the Tigers, so they'll put it in play as Samantha Lucier will inbound the basketball to Claire Green. Green, number 12, up over the timeline, and again, the Raider defense doing a great job the other night against the Seahorses, as Bora drives, gets it back to Green from outside. Rebound by Latteroot. Carson ahead to Brianne White, stops, and a rebound controlled by the Tigers. McDonald with the rebound for Middlebury. Nice play by White. Brianne knocking the ball away there momentarily. It goes back to Middlebury's. The Tigers will control. Inside. Little contact, no foul called, and got a whistle and a foul on the play. First team foul on Middlebury, number 31, Jillian McDonald with the personal, and the Raiders will bring it up. Into White. Carson Latteroot outside. 5:42 left, first quarter. Low scoring affair thus far. 2-0 Raiders. On the drive, White. Leonard got the rebound, but they called it for steps. So the ball will go back into the hands of the Tigers with 5:33 left here in the quarter. It's Lucier working it against that Raider defense. To Bora, down low. Nice look inside. Nice play by Leonard, as Leonard got the block. Kayla coming over to make the play. He tried to go down low. Hoxie had the ball knocked away by Leonard. Great defensive play there, as there's a shot from outside off the iron. Shot by Lucier. And Carson lost the handle there. She looked away just for a second, lost the handle. Ball goes back to the Tigers. 5:09 left in the quarter. Raiders on top, 2-0. Raiders with a double team. Now they back off here as Bora sets it up. Goes to McDonald from outside. Rebound controlled by Middlebury underneath. The shot in and out by Claire Green. The Raiders control, and it's a 3-against-1 Latteroot. Casella thought about it. Now she drives Leonard in the lane. Nice block by McDonald, and Raider basketball. Goes to Leonard, knocked away. Ball went out of bounds, so the Raiders will inbound it again here with 4:31 left. First quarter of play. Raiders on top 2-0. One team foul against the Tigers, and that's been it. Shot from downtown. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Middlebury. Bora brings it up for the Tigers across court. Hoxie skips it back out to Bora. And we got a whistle and a foul on the drive. Claire Green was fouled. .15 on Middlebury. Katie Hoxie actually picks up the personal. So that's 2 on the Tigers now with 4:03 left here in the first quarter of play. Brianne White running into trouble along the baseline. It'll be a Raider basketball as they'll inbound it here. 3:59. Definitely a defensive first quarter. Skips it out to Casella to Sullivan. Brianne White now. Got to get it clear across the other side. The ladder route in the lane. Carson with the jumper, and it's good. Carson Latterroot with the bucket. 4-0 Raiders with 3:38 left in the quarter as they come back. The Tigers do. Shot from McDonald, and well, we got a whistle and a foul against Middlebury. Carson Latterroot hitting the deck on that one. So back come the Raiders. That foul was on Bora. Ariana Bora picks up her first personal. That's 3 on the Tigers now. Brianne White, and we got a bump and a foul call. Bora picks up the personal. That's going to be her second. And the Raiders will inbound it here with 3:14 left in the first quarter. Sullivan looking for some help, gets it out to Casella to Brianne White. Over to Latterroot. Raiders work it outside. Leonard goes through the lane. There's a long shot. Carson Latterroot, 3-pointer, and it's a 7-0 ball game. 2:50 left. First quarter of play. Back come the Tigers. Hoxie going down low. McDonald. And that's Green. There's a shot as Hoxie gets the bucket. And the Tigers are on the board. 7-2. Raiders with the 5-point lead, 2:37 left in the quarter. Latterroot on the drive. Skips it to White. Brand in the lane, lays it up. Leonard with the big rebound. And this is Kaylee Sullivan. Fouled on the drive. Raiders will inbound it. 2:20 left. 7-2 Raider lead here. Inside. Leonard with the shot. Didn't go. Rebound back the other way. Green lays it up and in. Claire Green with the basket. And it's a 7-4 ball game as we approach the 2-minute mark in the first quarter here. Sullivan over to Casella. Looking for something down low. Here's, there you go. Sullivan in the lane. Bounce pass there. There's, wow, what a block there by McDonald as Leonard went up with the shot. There's a drive by Hoxie, and she's fouled. Let's see who they gave that foul to. Apparently, number 12 for the Raiders. Casella picks up the personal. That's her first as they go into the lane, and the shot is up and in. McDonald with the bucket, 7-6. 1:28 left in the first quarter. And it'll be Raider basketball as they'll inbound it here. Lead by 1. They've got the Raiders with 1 team foul and the Tigers with 5. Steal by McDonald for the Tigers. It's Joanna Kelly now. Johanna Kelly in the game for the Tigers. Working it around at the Tigers. Kelly back outside. That's Green back to Kelly from outside. Rebound controlled by Megan Johnson, who was checked into the ball game. This is Sullivan. Nice play, Brianne White. Reverse layup by Brianne White. Nice play, 9-6. Raiders up by 3 with 40 seconds left first quarter. Here comes Kelly against Latteroot. Tried to skip it across to McDonald, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Tiger basketball. 33 seconds left, 9-6 Raider lead. And the first quarter play from Keefe. There's a shot from outside off the front of the iron. And a loose ball. Possession arrow will favor the Tigers, so we'll keep it right down at that end. Tigers, there's Zabora from outside off the back of the iron. Actually, it was Lucier with the attempt. Latteroot down the lane, doesn't get it. And the rebound is controlled by Rutland. 9 seconds left in the quarter. White. Sullivan, Casella, not going to get a shot off. They got about 4/10 of a second. And it'll be Raider basketball as Brianne White will inbound it. And it wouldn't count if it did go. It wouldn't count after 1 quarter of play from Keefe Gymnasium. It's the Raiders 9 and the Tigers 6. Second quarter ready to get underway here. Mark Carboneau along with Mary Michael Fusco tonight on Channel 15 as we have this tournament contest here at Keefe between the defending Division I champ Rutland High Raiders and the Middlebury Tigers. It's a 9-6 ball game. Raiders with a 3-point lead as they skip it around. Latteroot goes to Sullivan. Long shot from Latteroot, doesn't go. Carson's shot goes off the rim and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Tiger basketball. So Middlebury will inbound it with 7:36 left here in the second quarter of play. Samantha Lucier for the Tigers with the control. Skips it out to Kelly. Back across to Lucier. And that goes out. Nice rebound. Hoxie with the rebound. Controls it for Middlebury. Back out to Kelly. Raiders with that stingy defense. And there's an opening there. Kelly took the shot. Rebounded by Casella. White. Casella catches up and controls for the Raiders. Sullivan to Latteroot. There's White from downtown. Shot off the back of the iron. Controlled. Latteroot. And we got a scramble for the ball. And it'll favor Middlebury. So the Tigers will inbound it here with 6:40 left in the second quarter. Very low scoring contest. 9-6. It's a 3-point Raider lead as Kelly controls for Middlebury. Hoxie. It's a back outside to Lucier. Lucier drives. There's Kelly, gets it back outside now. Tigers very deliberate here, trying to make, there's a screen. Over to Hoxie now. Lucier, jumper, got it. Samantha Lucier with the bucket. 9-8 Raiders with 5:50 left here, second quarter. There's the ladder route, back out to White. Brienne now. Kaylee Sullivan. Sullivan back out to ladder route. Whoa, got an extra step. And Brienne White, they got her called for steps, so the ball goes back over to Middlebury. Megan Johnson will check out for the Raiders. And back in will be Leonard. Kayla Leonard, number 13 for Rutland. Middlebury will inbound it here. 5:34 left, second quarter of play. Green. Working hard. This is Kelly now. Kelly want to get it inside. Oh, they want to go down low. McDonald's, it's taken away. Sullivan back up for the Raiders, has the ball stolen away. And back come the Tigers. Bora. Kelly downtown. Or actually, that was Green with the bucket. Claire Green for Middlebury. And the Tigers have their first lead of the ball game. 10-9. 4:55 left. Back the other way. Kayla Sullivan for the Raiders. So Kaylee Sullivan with the bucket there puts the Raiders back on top. 12-10. There's McDonald back outside. Bora. Over to Green. Hoxie takes the jumper. That's off the mark, and it's picked up by the Raiders' Brienne White. Sullivan, she's got the range, and it doesn't go. Leonard's in the middle of that. Gets knocked out of bounds by Middlebury. So the Raiders will inbound it. 0-0, Ashley Ross checking in for the Tigers. Lucier back in for Middlebury. Sullivan's going to take the shot. She's wide open. Let's see if she gets the... Didn't get the bounce on that one. And it's a 12-10 ball game now. 4:04 left. Back comes Middlebury. The Tigers. Bora. And we got a foul. This will send Ariana Bora to the free throw line for the Tigers. 15. First one's good. The foul was on Kayla Leonard, and that's her first in the contest. Checking in is Nisha Ballard for the Raiders, and Eliza Casella will check out. And she got them both. Ariana Bora ties things up here. It's 12-12. 3:56 left here in the second quarter of play from Keefe. The Raiders control. Double team now on White. Down in the corner, gets away from that. Skips it back out. Ladder, boy, they're pressing the ball. They are putting the pressure on Middlebury defense now. This is White. Nice play, got it to Leonard. And she's fouled on the trip to the hoop here as we got a foul against Middlebury. Foul was on Kelly. of the Tigers, and that's her first. That's the 6th team foul against Middlebury. Second shot by Leonard is good. Kayla gets 1 of 2. Raiders have 2 team fouls. Tigers with 6 now, with 3:27 left here. Second quarter play from Keefe. Got steps, and they call the traveling on Ashley Ross. Turns the ball back over to go back over to the Raiders here with 3:21 left in the second quarter of play. Nisha Ballard into the ball game. Inbounds at the ladder route. Carson over to Kaylee Sullivan now. Ballard to White. Sullivan by her swoop. Ballard's going to take it and hits it. Nisha Ballard with the big 3-pointer, and it's a 16-12 ball game. One thing about the Raiders, they get everybody into the act, that's for sure. Well, the Tigers now. There's a shot from outside, and it got the roll as Samantha Lucier. So Lucier with the bucket at 16-15. Back to the attack, the Raiders. Brianne White off the back of the iron, and they're going to call Nisha Ballard with the foul, I believe. Well, that's her first. 3rd team foul for the Raiders, 6 against the Tigers. Lucier back out to McDonald. This is Kelly. Nice play, got a steal by Leonard, and back come the Raiders. Sullivan. Ladder route from downtown, got it. Carson Latteroot gets the bucket, 18-15. Raiders by 3. 1:50 left, second quarter. There's a shot. Lucier doesn't get that one. Controlled by Ballard of the Raiders. Brianne White. There's Sullivan downtown, doesn't go. Nice follow with the shot. And you don't see that very often these days. She followed her shot, got her own rebound. We got a whistle and a foul. Sullivan picks up the personal. That's her first. We got, well, actually the foul was on. Yeah, they gave that to the, that's it. Raiders have 4 team fouls. Kelly going down low, turn around. Nice block by Leonard in the lane. Huge block by Leonard on that play. White goes in the Ballard bucket's good. Nice play down low, and the Ballard 20-15. Less than 50 seconds left here in the second quarter. Shot from outside. Ross's shot doesn't go. Back the other way. White puts it up and in. Basket will count. And she's got a chance to make it a 3-point play the old-fashioned way here. She'll go to the charity stripe. Got a timeout call by Middlebury, and we'll be back momentarily. All right, back at Keefe here. 34.9 seconds left in the second quarter, and the Raiders with a 22-15 lead. And at the charity stripe for Rutland is going to be Brianne White. Shot didn't go for Brianne, so we come back the other way now as Middlebury controls. We got Lucier. to Kelly, back to Lucier. Tigers holding it, I believe, for the last shot in the lane. Back outside, Lucier with the shot. Kelly got a hand on it, up in the lane with the shot was McDonald, and she was fouled on the play. So this will send Jillian McDonald to the free throw line. Foul was on Kayla Leonard. That's her seventh team foul for the Raiders as McDonald's shot goes through the twines. And she gets them ball. 22-17. 11 seconds left, second quarter. Well, I'll tell you, Latteroot covers a lot of ground in a short period of time. Takes a shot, doesn't go, and that's the end of the first half of play. So after one half of play, it's the Raiders 22, the Tigers 17. Keefe Gymnasium, it's getting ready to, it's halftime right now, but we're winding down. We're going to get ready for second half action here in this one. The Rutland High Raiders with a 22-17 lead over the Middlebury Tigers. Again, the Tigers coming in the number 8 seed with a record of 12-9, and they're a pretty good 12-9 team to this point. Raiders 19-2, and they got one half to go here, and they with a chance to get back to Burlington to defend their Division I crown from last year. Of course, last year the Raiders beat Middlebury in that Division I championship game a year ago to win it all. Here as we get underway, the Raiders control the tip. As Brianne White, big block by McDonald for Middlebury. We got a whistle and a foul. And this will go against the Raiders. 13 is, they gave it to Kayla Leonard. They got her number tonight. She's got 3 fouls. And that's actually going to be, that's the first Raider team foul to start the second half. So 7:46 left in the third quarter of play. Hoxie, they go downtown, and the shot is good by Lucier. So Lucier with the bucket. 22-20. And we got ourselves a ball game here. Back the other way. White down low, tipped away by McDonald as Casella wanted to go. She went inside. McDonald gets the block. Raider basketball. Carson Latteroot will inbound it for the Raiders. Skips it out to Sullivan, over to Casella, back to Kaylee Sullivan now. Dangerous pass, and it's picked off. Back the other way. Brianne White sticks her hand in there, but Middlebury gets the ball back. There's a shot, and controlled by Latteroot. Carson, bounce pass. Sullivan won't fall, and it comes back the other way. 22-20, back come the Tigers. This is Bora. A little give and go, and we got a foul in the lane. I thought it was Megan. Let's see if they give it to Megan Johnson. Nisha Ballard getting ready to check in for the Raiders. 22, they gave it to Megan Johnson. That's her first of the ball game. At the line for the Tigers, Katie Hoxie. Second team foul against the Raiders. Tigers with none at this point, and Hoxie with the second one. Gets 1 of 2. It's 22-21. Back come the Raiders. Latteroot having some trouble, finally able to control it. Yeah. Johnson with the bucket. Megan puts the Raiders up 24-21 now. Back to McDonald inside. And we got a tie up. It'll be Should be Tiger basketball here. Ballard checks back out. Long one from downtown, back of the side of the iron, controlled by, oh, they got her for steps. So it'll be Middlebury basketball. Skips it outside. This is Bora. Lucier, cross court. Long jumper, doesn't go. By Green. Middlebury controls. 6:05 left, third quarter. Tigers working it inside. Shot is good. Hoxie with the bucket. Back the other way. 24-23. White in the lane. Bounce pass. Skips it out to Casella. Sullivan with the drive. We got a whistle and a foul. And they're going to get McDonald on the foul. So at the charity stripe is going to be Kaylee Sullivan for the Raiders. Kaylee gets them both. It's 26-23 now with 5:39 left here in the third quarter of play as the Tigers bring it back. Bora outside. Goes to Green. And we got a whistle and a foul underneath. Going to go against the Raiders. Megan Johnson picks up her second of the ball game. 3 team fouls against the Raiders, 1 for the Tigers. That's a air ball by Claire Green of Middlebury. That doesn't go. Raiders basketball, 26-23. We're working down to 5:05 left here in the third quarter of play. Latteroot leaves it for Sullivan. To Casella. Brienne White. Latteroot sets it up in the lane. Got it. Carson Latteroot with the bucket. 28-23. Raiders 5-point lead. 4:45 left. Third quarter. Lucier. Off the screen by Sullivan. Down low. Turn around. Oh. Carson Latteroot lost the handle. And the ball will go back to the Middlebury Tigers here with 4:30 left. Third quarter of play. The Raiders with a 5-point lead. 28-23. Turn around. Got it. Jillian McDonald for the Tigers. 28-25. Here comes Latteroot. Sullivan got roached. And it was last touch by the Tigers, so it'll be Raider basketball. Carson Latteroot will inbound it for Rutland. 28-25. 4:10 left. Outside, Brienne White goes to Casella, cutting Latteroot in the lane. Didn't go. Rebound. Scramble for her, and it'll be Raider basketball. That's going to be Johanna Kelly checking in for Middlebury. Claire Green checks out for the Tigers. Along the baseline, Latteroot wanted to go to Brienne White, and it's kicked out, so it'll be Raider basketball. Well, we got another kick against Middlebury, so we'll do it again. 3:52 left, third quarter. Raiders by 3. Nice play by Latteroot. Bounced it off the back of the Middlebury player to get it in bounds. But Middlebury controls back the other way. Loose basketball picked up by Casella of the Raiders to Latteroot. Short on the attempt by Latteroot. Back the other way, wide open, ahead of the pack. Hoxie got the shot. She fouled on the play and she'll go to the foul line. You got Sullivan for the foul. That's her second. And at the line will be Katie Hoxie. So Leonard checks back in and Megan Johnson takes a seat for the Raiders as Hoxie will get a second attempt here. Off the iron, controlled by the Raiders. Ahead to Brianne White. Sullivan. White skips it back over to Sullivan now. Sullivan in the lane, lost the handle. Scramble for the basketball, and it'll be, should be Raider basketball. No, they got the arrow going the other way. Okay, so it'll be Middlebury basketball. When we come back, it'll be a timeout, and we'll be back shortly. Left here, third quarter of play back at Keefe Gymnasium tonight. And this has been a good ball game, 28-25. Raiders with a 3-point lead over the Middlebury Tigers, as the Tigers will inbound it. This is Bora, and they got it for double dribble or steps. And the ball goes back into the hands of the Raiders as Casella will inbound for Rutland. 2:56 left here. Third quarter of play. Kaylee Sullivan looking for some room. Down low. Leonard. Nice block by McDonald for Middlebury. Boy, she's done a great job inside here. The Raiders have had a tough time going inside. There's a shot by Hoxie, in and out. Rebound, Kayla Leonard. As the Raiders control, Brianne White to Sullivan. Latteroot's getting bumped around pretty good there. Casella. Brianne White looking for some help. Sullivan to Casella. 2 minutes left, third quarter. Raiders very deliberate, very patient. I'll tell you, that's a rough, it's a tough Middlebury defense now that's come on here in the second half. Nice move by White. Didn't get the bucket going inside, but a nice move by Brianne. Comes away empty-handed though, and back the other way. Inside, gets the bounce. McDonald with the bucket. 28-27 now, with 1 minute and 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Raiders slow it down now as Latteroot controls. This is White, goes to Casella. Looking for Latteroot in the lane. Down low, Leonard. Nice dish. Got it. Pretty play by the Raiders. Brianne White gets the bucket in the lane, 30-27. Nice ball movement there by Rutland on that trip down the court. 30-27, Raiders by 3. Less than a minute now in the third quarter of play. Scramble for the basketball. And let's see, what do we... Yeah, that's a great call. We got travel on Middlebury. And a timeout called by the Tigers. We'll be back. Here in the third quarter play from Keefe, and it's a 30-27 ball game here as the Raiders with that 3-point lead. And it'll be a Raider basketball as Liza Casella will inbound it to Latteroot. Carson working against Kelly there, the Tigers. I'll hold it here for, I'm assuming, the last shot of the third quarter. White drops it to Leonard. They get it back outside. Leonard. And what do we got here? We got a foul inside. We call that on number 15, Katie Hoxie. That's her third. Checking out is McDonald, as she's played. They're going to give her a breather, bring her back in the fourth quarter to start. Big rebound by Leonard in the lane. 17 seconds left in the quarter, and the Raiders control. Latteroot to Sullivan, 6 seconds. 5, 4, Latteroot, long down, go! Carson Latteroot at the bucket, and the Raiders lead 33-27. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. But Keefe Gymnasium tonight, the Raiders looking for a return trip, and if they can keep the lead here, the last 8 minutes, they're going to return to Patrick Gymnasium next Tuesday night. A tough Middlebury squad coming in here for this one. The 8th seed in the tournament. Giving the Raiders everything they can handle and then some. Latteroot controls for Rutland. Brian White. Casella's in there. We've got, there's Brian White now in the lane. Oh, man, I think if she kept going, she had a layup there. Looking for Carson Latteroot. White, nice play. Brian White with the bucket. 35-27 with 7:22 left in the fourth quarter. Shot by the Tigers as a whistle and a foul on the play. Looks like Hoxie picked up. No, they're going to give it to Kelly. That's her second personal of the ball game. Latteroot. Less than 7 minutes. Steal by Kelly. Now we had a difference of opinion on the floor. One of the officials called a jump, and I think they were going to whistle somebody up for a foul. So let's see. They got a traveling call. So the Raider faithful love that one, and the Middlebury fans didn't like that one on the other side of the court. So it'll be Raider basketball as they'll inbound it here with 6:53 left. Fourth quarter of play. The Raiders working around. This is Latteroot. Oh, wide open. Brian White. Oh, didn't get the bounce on that one. And trying to save it was Casella, but it goes back to Middlebury. Back into the game is Jillian McDonald, 31. Big inside presence tonight for the Tigers as she checks back in with 6:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Going to shoot it from outside. Got a nice touch from outside too. 35-29. Latteroot controls for the Raiders. Boy, that's a tough pass. Stolen away. Down the other side of the court. Ross puts it up and in with the steal. 35-31. .559 left, fourth quarter. 4-point Raider lead. White to Sullivan. She takes a little jumper. Doesn't go, but Casella's there. Her shot doesn't go, and Middlebury will. Well, they're going to turn it back over to the Raiders. And we got a timeout. Tigers. We'll be back. 5:41 left here, fourth quarter of play. And the Raiders with a 4-point lead over the Middlebury Tigers, 35-31, and the Raiders will inbound it as Liza Casella will get it to Latteroot. Brianne White now working in the lane. Latteroot goes up, gets the fall. That's a smart move. You're going in against McDonald, who's been a presence in the lane there for Middlebury this evening. Latteroot gets the first one, and another one coming with 5:28 left here in the fourth quarter of play. Didn't get the second one, tried for the rebound, came up short on that one. Nice steal by Latteroot, makes up for it down the other side. White in the lane, got it. Pretty play by Latteroot to Brianne White, and it's 38-31. 5:10 left here, fourth quarter. Yeah, they got it for steps. Turning it over was Green for the Tigers, and they got it on the traveling call, so it'll be back in the hands of the Raiders. 5:03 left, fourth quarter. Raiders with a 7-point lead, 38-31. Double teamed out there, and it'll be Tiger basketball. Middlebury will inbound it now. And now we got a timeout call by the Raiders, so 38-31. We'll be back. All right, both teams 4 team fouls apiece as we get ready here for the Tigers to inbound it. 4:58 left in the fourth quarter. And the Raiders 7 points on top. Loose here, controls it outside. Drops it down low for Hoxie. Pretty play inside. 38-33. Nice screen by Leonard. White along the baseline, back out. Turnover goes back into the hands of the Tigers. So with 4:29 left, Raiders lead 38-33, and Middlebury will control. This is Kelly. Over to Hoxie. Now they go back outside. Oh, she's going to take it from outside. Got it. McDonald got a nice touch from outside. And Latteroot brings it back for the Raiders. White. Now they got Brianne for steps on that one. Wow. 3:57 left, and the Raiders by 3. 38-35, Middlebury basketball. Kelly. Down low, want to go to McDonald, taken away. Latteroot for the Raiders. 3:35 left, fourth quarter. Sullivan. All to Casella now as Liza drives, puts it up, got a fall, and this one should go against McDonald. 31, McDonald on the foul, and Liza Casella will go to the charity stripe. Another one coming. Second shot doesn't go. Brian, nice hustle by White there. She tried to run it down for the Raiders, but it'll be a Middlebury ball here with 3:18 left in the fourth quarter of play. Loose here. Oh, lost the handle there. White had it for the Raiders. And we got a foul against Middlebury. That's on Kelly, that's her third. Raiders will inbound at 3:05 left. 38-35. Raiders with a 3-point lead. I want to turn it over here. This is a key possession for the Raiders right here. Latteroot looking for help here. Back out to White. And we got a fall. Outside, Claire Green's going to pick up the personal, I believe. One and one. And at the line will be Cosello. Got a timeout call by Middlebury. Raiders by 3, 38-35. We'll be back. Keefe here, as it's a 38-35 ball game. 2:41 left in the fourth quarter, and the place has come alive here. At the free throw line will be Eliza Casella for the Raiders with a 1-and-1. Comes up empty-handed on that one. McDonald controls for Middlebury. Gets it to Hoxie on the drive. Rebound by Leonard. Big rebound for the Raiders. Got to get rid of it. It's kicked by the Tigers. It'll be Raider basketball. That's a big rebound by Kayla Leonard for the Raiders with 2:25 left here in the fourth quarter of play. Latteroot controls for Rutland. Carson goes to Casella to Sullivan. Over to Brianne White. White on the drive. Sullivan. Boy, they can't shake a Raider loose for an outside shot. 1:56 left and the Raiders by 3. This is White. Well, the pressure's on the Tigers because they really have to come up with a steal here or a foul. 1:34. Nice ball movement by the Raiders as they control the tempo here with 1:28 left now. White keeping the ball away from the Tigers. Latteroot. And finally, Hoxie commits the foul. Katie Hoxie for Middlebury with the personal. And this will send Carson Latteroot to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Got it. So Carson gets 1 of 2. McDonald gets the rebound. And back come the Tigers. Hoxie, Kelly. Try to go back to Hoxie in the lane, and it'll be Raider basketball. It's a key possession with 1:09 left, and the Raiders will inbound it here as we got a timeout called by Rutland. We'll be back 39-35 Raiders. All right, 1:09 left here in the fourth quarter. Division I tournament action here at Keefe Gymnasium. Mark Carboneau along with Mary Michael Fusco tonight on Channel 15 as the Raiders control 39-35. And got a whistle and a foul. Well, we got a technical. Brian White at the free throw line. Got it. Could be a Raider basketball out. Raiders control, 1:02 left. And we got a fall on Claire Green of Middlebury. So Green picks up the personal, 1:01 left in the contest. Raiders up by 5. This will send Carson Latteroot to the free throw line. A double bonus, so she'll have 2 shots coming. So Carson gets 1 of 2, 41-35. The Raiders on top. Less than a minute left in the ball game. McDonald goes to Kelly, back outside to Hoxie now. Wanted to go down low to McDonald. Goes off Leonard, so it'll be Tiger basketball with 44 seconds left. Long pass outside to Lucier. Lucier from downtown. Off the mark, controlled by Middlebury. They'll get the ball out of bounds with 35 seconds left. And we got a fall inside here. Looking to see who they called that on for Rutland, but nothing up on the board. Latteroot steals for the Raiders. 25 seconds, and Hoxie commits the foul. Well, this will send Brianne White to the line for the Raiders. 26 seconds left, and it's a 41-35 Raider lead. That'll be 5 on Katie Hoxie as she checks out. Ashley Ross is in the ball game. Oh, she did. Yeah. 23 is in. That's Tiffany Bishop from Middlebury. And at the line is Brianne White for the Raiders. 42-35. Got them both. So Brianne White ups the Raider lead to 43-35 with 23 seconds left. And we got a travel call against Middlebury. Claire Green turns the ball back over to the Raiders with 21 seconds left. And it looks at this point that the Raiders will return to Patrick in defense of their Division I championship next Tuesday evening. As Carson Latteroot controls, we got a whistle and a foul with 13 seconds left now as Green picks up the personal. And once again, Brianne White to the charity stripe. Got it. Brianne gets them both. 10-point Raider lead, and we've got 10 seconds left. Got a whistle. We're going down the other end of the court, I believe. With about 4 seconds left in this one. So we'll take the trip down the other end. And on the line is Liza Casella for the Raiders. So Casella will be at the line, and she'll have a couple of shots coming. Second shot is good. 47-35. And that'll do it. So the Raiders, against a stubborn Middlebury Tiger team, come up with a 47-35 win here at Keefe Gymnasium this evening. And because of the win, the Raiders will return to Patrick Gymnasium up on the campus of the University of Vermont next Tuesday evening. Now they will play the winner of the game between the BFA St. Albans Comets and the Spalding Crimson Tide. So whoever wins that one, that'll be the Raiders' opponent next Tuesday at UVM. So it's been a good ball game, a good season for the Raiders. And now it's on to the semifinals at UVM next Tuesday night for Mary Michael Fusco. This is Mark Carboneau with the final once again from Keefe. The Raiders 47 and the Tigers 35. We want to wish the Raider basketball team good luck the rest of the way. So for Mary Michael Fusco, Mark Carboneau saying so long, we'll see you down the road.